All right, time for another stream. Today I'm going to do some sketching. I'm going to be quick about it, not like a lot to do. I just want to spend maybe 20 or 30 minutes sketching with you on the Paperize.io serverless architecture. That's kind of a mouthful. What am I talking about when I say serverless? No compute. There's nothing happening anywhere when you use Paperize that I'm like writing code. No code's executing that I'm controlling on some machine that's not yours. All the code runs in the browser, and it just drops backups and communicates over data sources you own, such as Google Drive or what have you. And how am I doing that? All right, basically the app itself is built in Vue.js, and it's using Vuex. I don't know how that's actually pronounced, but I need it to sound different enough from Vue, so Vuex it is. Vuex. That's how the app is built. That's like the data like in RAM, like in memory while you're using Paperize. It's all sitting in a data store and drawing itself through Vue.js. Another open source Patreon supported piece of software. So check out Vue. It's awesome, and it enables more awesome things like Paperize. So Vue is like what's running in memory, and then we've got PouchDB, which is like it's CouchDB, but it runs in your browser. So it's a JavaScript in-browser implementation of CouchDB. So you can kind of think of that as the data at rest. So if Vuex is in memory, then when it gets serialized into Pouch, it's actually like written into the local store of your browser. So it's like it'll persist through refreshes and things like that. And then finally, there is Google Drive, which when you first sign into Paperize, I ask for permission to manage your Google Drive for you. Like I want to manage your files for you. I have to ask for permissions for it, but all I really do is just save and load my own files. That's your data. It's your files. With the JavaScript that's running in your browser saves a few files and loads from there. It also will let you manage your images and fonts and things. You can just have those in a Google Drive, and Paperize will find them all. So you don't have to do any like weird uploading stuff. I don't have to write any uploading code for Paperize. You can just use some other big company's products that are obviously way more scalable and polished than anything I'm going to be able to build. And if you don't like Google, you can just wait for it. We'll eventually have adapters for other services, including, bring your own, I'm sure. Okay, I'm just going to draw a little bit more to make this kind of, prettier. Prettier is in the eye of the beholder, I'm sure. Oh, come on. I don't know what I'm doing. And this is Precursor app, by the way. Precursorapp.com. It's another piece of open source software written in Clojure using Datomic as a data store. So it's actually kind of serverless like Paperize. Okay. Oh, there we go. I just watched all the tutorials on Precursor, so I think I know how to use it. Oh, hey, look, if I am going to spend all the time and expense to get HTTPS working, I should at least have HTTPS listed there. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can see Vue and Vuex and PouchDB live inside the browser. And PouchDB actually can optionally be oops. inside of a web worker. Whoops. I would probably, I don't know if I want to, how much I want to illustrate this, but I will make a little spinning disk icon for something that's typically, oh heck, I forgot how to copy things, how to duplicate things. Oh well, old-fashioned copy paste works. Gorgeous. That's too close, huh? I thought I'd be faster at this. Gosh. I know you've all tuned in to watch me mess with a graphics program. Oh my goodness. Maybe they look better separated like this. Yes, I'm going to go with yes. Oh my god, now I can't make the lines right. I'm making a mess of it. I don't know how to group things in this thing so I can pick them up later. I need to resize this. How do I do that? Oh, dang. I thought there was a way. Boo. No, that's fine. Check this out. Just like that. Just move stuff around, you know, this is why I'm so good at design. That is a joke. I am not a designer. I know that's a surprise. And then let's see, Google Drive should have, what should Google Drive have? Like a folder. Yes, a folder, because I make a folder for you called paperize.io. Too small. That's probably right. And then I also make a file. No, don't do that. Stop that. Oops. Called paperize database.json. Yeah, and the whole thing is JSON, you know. Vuex is a JSON store. I mean, essentially, it's a JavaScript store. It's all data. It's all flat data. And they code to munge it. But what you store would be just JSON. So that would get synced into PouchDB as you work. PouchDB occasionally, you know, probably throttle it so we don't slam the Google API. Or maybe we should, I don't know. I'm sure Google can handle it, but they probably will ask me for money at some point. The longer we can go and scale this to a bajillion people, the better. I think. Like, I'd rather just have an efficient application. So efficient they don't notice, you know? That's kind of the whole goal here is it's something akin to like utility software, like public utility. But I don't want it to need to be like heavily supported to exist. So like if taxes are paying for it, I don't want it to like cost much. And that's what the whole architecture is set up to do, to be extremely cheap to scale extremely far. So what am I doing? I don't know. So like probably some arrows would be good now. Oops. Ah. So that syncs to Pouch. Pouch syncs to Google Drive. Those connected, like connected. Yeah, that's cool. The web worker is optional, but I think it's really cool. It's really cool if the Pouch database gets, you know, of a certain size or whatever. Because it can cause user interface lags, and it's really cool that we have like a snappy user interface that's rendering PDFs in the browser. Like what you see is what you get, and it's very like responsive as you make changes. So I don't want anything to like compromise that really cool thing we have going on with the user interface. And Pouch running in its own thread would be great. And also I can do heavy stuff. So like when I'm syncing data back, man, I need to draw arrows back and forth. Let's see how this goes. When I'm saying, yeah, it looks terrible. Just copy the same arrow. Let's whoops. Just draw the arrow from somewhere else. There we go. How about down here? It's weird. We'll go with it. And you sync back too. Yeah, so it goes both ways. Because when you use Paperize from a new computer, it will download your database from your drive the first time, and suddenly all your games will be there, even though they were never stored on a server of mine. So it feels like you're logging into some service that is persistent, but the only persistence is provided by your own account, your own Google account. These giant companies want to give away terabytes of free storage these days to everyone in the account, and, you know, bribe you with infinite storage. Fine, I'll use it. Let's make use of it. Let's just make this stuff cheap and free and scale like crazy, and we all own our own data. We don't need to have agreements with each other if we don't ever like store each other's stuff. Like, stop storing my stuff, every company ever. So that's kind of it. And really what I'm pondering is that Pouch might be ethereal, transient, something. Like, it's harder for me to make all this work, this two-step sync, like while I'm programming it. It might be easier to just think of Vuex talking directly to Drive. And then the Pouch intermediary is kind of not interesting at first. to keep it easy to program, but I'm not sure. Anyway, there it is. I haven't built this yet. I'm about to build it. I should say the Vuex to pouch part is done. That's how it's worked for a year. That's how Paperise has worked for a year. And that's why this is kind of easy. Like all I have to do is serialize and deserialize the pouch data and just slam it into Google Drive, and boom, it's persisted. So it's, anyway, I'm rambling. Not sure what I'm going to end up implementing, but that's next. Once that's done, we'll be sharing data across devices, which is really important for beta, for the beta launch, which is coming up soon. And then I'll be able to do also image stuff from your own drive. And once that works, that's everything except usability for beta 1 and a big launch. So that's all coming in 2019. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I will... Oh, yeah. Hey, check out my Patreon. Patreon.com/Paperise. This is where I work on the tabletop game design prototyping application, Paperise.io. It's not out yet, but it will be soon. As you see, I'm nearing the end of the last of the architecture for it. And I stream my work. So if you like seeing streaming, if you like tabletop games, if you like learning about web development, if you like serverless architecture, if you like anti-capitalist endeavors, if you think software is cool, if you think game design is cool, we're doing some game design videos once we have the tool working. It's going to blow your mind, I guarantee it. Give us a back on Patreon, or at least follow us. You don't have to pay money to follow. And yeah, support this effort. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you.